Right, right. So what were some of the gyms that you did get kicked out of? What's good, world? I got the biggest podcast in fitness right here. We've got Rich and Fit in the building. Woo! I got everybody in here. So these guys are opening up a brand new gym in Atlanta, Georgia that you guys are going to be able to work out, do all types of boot camps. It's completely different. It's about wellness and your wealth and health, all of it together. So I want you guys to introduce who Rich and Fit is, why it's a gym that everyone needs to be at, and if they're not there, why they missing out. So let me know.
Go ahead, Benny. Go ahead, pop it off.
I'll pop it off. Well, welcome to Rich and Fit, where the rich get richer and the fit get fitter, guys.
Oh, man.
So Rich and Fit is all about not only increasing your health, but also your wealth. So you got to think about it like this, guys. All the money in the world is worth nothing. You can't have $50 million in your bank account, but if you can't climb up 5 stairs without going, it's pointless, you feel me? And think about it like this, too. You can have all the money, too, but if you don't take care of your health, you're going to give all that bread to the doctor, paying for, pharmaceuticals, meds, all that. You know what I'm saying? So in order to actually preserve your wealth, you've got to have the health.
Makes sense. So, I mean, like, my thing is when I hear Rich and Fit, right, you got all these different gyms. You've got Lifetime where people would feel like, oh, that's where, the successful people go. Yeah. You've got Planet Fitness, which is your economy gym, and then you just your average gym being LA Fitness, right? Ooh. So what would people get by going to Rich and Fit that's just going to be a different experience? Because I know the energy is completely crazy. That's what I see all the time. But what's the big difference?
Well, the only thing about Rich and Fit that makes us different than every other gym is that people are going to be able to be themselves. They're going to be able to have that full potential of energy within themselves expressed fully. Mm-hmm. And one thing that we're able to do, all of us, Tosin, me, Benny, Will, and Justice, is we're able to allow people to really open up and truly be their full selves. Right. A lot of gyms limit the people's actual energy. Mm-hmm. Therefore, people won't even have the maximum potential that they have, that they can have to actually grow. And be the best version of themselves.
That's a good thing, too, because think Planet Fitness, right? Mm-hmm. They got the whole situation, don't bring in big jugs of water, don't be this. Can you tell the stories about getting kicked out of all the gyms that you've been kicked out of?
So, literally, it started off, I could say, even me at Effect Fitness. There was a moment where there was nobody that was conducting the boot camps, and there was about 500 people in the room. And literally, I had actually picked up the mic and started the boot camp because people were just waiting. Right. And that was a moment where people were just moving and they had the ability to express themselves fully. They were within 10 minutes, people were sweating and getting the best workout ever. So at that moment there, I knew, oh my goodness, there's something special, not only about myself inside, but something special about what we have to provide to people.
Right. So what were some of the gyms that you did get kicked out of?
My goodness. I've gotten removed from Effect Fitness, LA Fitness, Planet Fitness, Lifetime.
Yeah.
Really, any gym that I've already been at, any gym you can think of, 24/7 fitness.
Every single gym.
It's been very difficult. And it's crazy because when I was in those gyms, I was actually being fully positive, and all the people around were very receptive to that energy. People would want to come into that gym more. The gyms, every gym that I went to, we would have a higher clientele of people that would come to that gym. And all I was another customer in that gym. Yeah. So you could tell that the energy is just that crazy, and God has ordained, our energy to allow more people to come into this space that we're now calling Rich and Fit.
And you felt like Rich and Fit was needed because your potential was always being limited. Like they wanted you to do something, but only to a certain extent, right?
Rich and Fit is literally a gym for the people, for all people that actually want to be the best version of themselves in life.
Got you. So quick question for Will and Benny. What did you guys see? Because how did y'all build the relationship with Timmy? And then what made you guys be like, hey, we're going to invest into this and make this gym something tangible, something that could actually be real?
Trained with Tosin first too, which is crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually saw Tosin training with Will before. And I hit him up. I was like, yo, I got to work out with that guy, just trying to get right, Right. And then Tosin put me on with, Will put me on with Tosin, but I quit, right? Okay. And then, but one thing I want to say really quick is that because I heard you mention, Lifetime, all these big gyms. Right. I want to draw the line, like a clear line. Rich and Fit, we're not in competition with any traditional fitness or any gym, right? Right. We're more of a fitness or training facility where people actually get results.
Right.
You know, like, because to be honest, you know, everybody go to Lifetime or all these gyms, but then they stay the same, right? So I think Rich and Fit is the place where we're bridging fitness and wealth building. So, I mean, literally, like, you come in Rich and Fit, you're going to be hanging out with people that are doing something in their lives. They're moving and shaking in real life. Right. So we want to make that clear. We're not just any regular place. This is a real fitness facility where you will get results. We have a great schedule of classes lined up. We have a lot of community events. We have a lot going on. It's going to be a beautiful place with great energy. Yeah. But again, I just wanted to put it out there. But like, to go back to your question, again, I started with Tosin, working out with him really briefly, stuff at a time. And then I sold the content from Timmy. Yeah. So Timmy content was just crazy. I just was like, man, like, this guy's energy is just like unmatched. Right. I got to work out with this guy. Like, I finally find somebody that will push me, right? So I went to work out with him, and then when I worked out with him at the time, I just realized that he had a lot of energy and a lot of people gravitated around him. And I just knew that, I mean, the talent was there. I just knew from a business perspective that, look, if we could invest here and actually build a brand around this guy, we can have something going on. Right. So I reached out to my boy Will, Liquid Will. I might say
Liquid Will.
Liquid Will, baby. Will. Somebody that I knew that, you know what I'm saying? Clearly, I mean, I mentioned the idea to start, you know, a gym or start something. I talked to Timmy initially, but then, you know, it was a matter of finding the right partner, somebody that's about business, somebody that got the money, somebody that's ready to go. Yeah. And somebody that also trusts me, that we've actually, you know, done business before. Right. So I reached out to Will. I was like, look, you know the guy Timmy. Will was already working out with Timmy at the time. Right. And Will also, he's gonna say, he already had the idea to create a gym at the time. So it was just the perfect timing. I just went to Will. I was like, look, man, we can do something. I can put some of the bread. I know you're Liquid, my man. I know you got it. Let's make it happen, you know? Yeah. And literally took 2 minutes. Like, dude was like, I thought he was kidding, honestly. He said, let's run it.
So my question is, business question that I have at the moment is, all right, so let's just kind of change it to investments. We're talking about rich investments. So this is a question for you, Will. What makes it to where you feel safe investing into a gym? You know that from the past podcasts, you've done webinars, you've done real estate, but what made you feel safe about this investment?
Yeah, I mean, at first, I made the decision based off of not really even like looking at it as an investment and making a lot of money, but more so just bringing the energy that Timmy and Tosin and Ice, you know, bring to me, and then just showing it to like everyone. You know? Right. Because when I work out with them, not only do I leave with a good workout, but I leave with more energy. Right. I just feel like everyone needs that. And it's more so something where like it's such a great experience, great product, that I know the money's going to come as long as the eyes are there. Gotcha. You know, I'm a marketing, you know, I do marketing. Right. So I know I can bring the eyes to the great product, and it's going to make money regardless. But money was kind of like the second hand thing. It was more so like my boy gets kicked out of every gym he works out at. Yeah. And I want to still experience these workouts, right? Because I go to these gyms too. Yeah. And now my trainer can't even come with me. Right. So it's like we just needed our own space. But the fact that we can open up a space and also bring other people that haven't experienced this type of workout as well, you know, that's also the beauty to Rich and Fit too. And to add on to that, a lot of these people that are going to be doing these workouts, you know, I've paid $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to get in rooms with these people that I now know, and they're going to be working out there, and you only have to pay, you know, not even like less than a fraction of that to be around these people. So I think that's the beauty of Rich and Fit that you're not going to get in any other gym.
Got you. So that's the rich part of the Rich and Fit. It's about getting in the room, right? Yeah. So basically, while you're getting your health right, the wealth is actually there. So let's just break that down for someone listening, right? They're like, okay, you know, I can bump into anybody, anywhere, but what really is the rich part of Rich and Fit? Like, what type of people are there? Like, let's just answer the question for the people listening.
So you got, real estate investor, you know, not like Instagram real estate investor. You're talking about, you know, people that, you know, excluding myself, you know, you have people that are operating successful real estate companies that are friend of ours, that are committed to working out with us. Yeah. You have some e-com giants, and I'm excluding Will, who's, you know, he's top dog in the space, but you have other guys doing e-com. You have, any industry you can think about. We got some guys in the Forex space. We got some guys in, you know, crypto space.
Housewives.
You know, we got, I was actually going to get to the celebrities that, you know, that everybody knows, you know, so, but most importantly, I like to talk about people that most, you know, the general public can relate to, right? Right. So we got the celebrities, but I want to speak of the guy that you see on social media doing their thing, killing it, and
Right.
you're gonna have the opportunity to be in the same space as them.
Yeah.
So that guy, in order, like Will mentioned, in order for you to be in the same room as them, you typically have to pay.
Right.
You have to either buy their course or be in the same mastermind as they are, so you can be in the same space as them.
Got you.
But because we want to make fitness cool, and these guys, we're friends with them, you're gonna be in those rooms. So
Okay.
I mean, I can go on. You can think of any industry right now. We well connected. We got people in those spaces. So the reach part essentially is that you can come and reach and fit and have the opportunity to actually learn to level up financially.
Got you. So the guy that's sitting there who's feeling like, man, I see all this online. I see it on Instagram and I want to be connected with these people, but I feel like I'm not the biggest fish in my pond. I'm not a big player. He can come there and feel as an equal in a sense without feeling inferior to talking to people like yourself who's done 24 million in real estate, people like Will who's done tens of millions of dollars in webinar, like they're not going to feel any pressure or feel any pushback from contacting and talking with you guys.
Creates an open pot.
It makes it easy, people run into me every day and they ask me like for advice on certain things, and now it's something where I can be like, you know what, I got you, just pull up to the 6 a.m. boot camp tomorrow.
Yeah, I see
and
what you're saying.
Like, we can get a workout in, and we can become friends, and I can help you, with whatever it is that you need help with. So it's literally a mastermind.
Gotcha.
It's the first ever gym that's also a mastermind.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, and I can't wait for us to open.
So that's crazy too. Hearing, and then this is going to be a question for Benny and Will, hearing the term mastermind, right? So you guys coming from a digital space, a marketing space, mastermind is a big thing of coming together and sharing like ideas, right? So how are you taking that business model from digital and then placing it into fitness in a sense? You can see what I'm saying? Physical fitness, you know what I'm saying? Actually being present, but having that model of bringing people together, kind of using your information and your knowledge that you already, how are you bridging it all?
You want to go ahead first?
Yeah, so I mean, for me, it's more so like, masterminds, they usually make money off, charging a good amount of money to get a certain amount of people in the room, and quality level people in the room, whereas if we're really like letting everyone get in the room, and just letting everyone get that same energy and that same information, and deals, people are gonna broker deals just within being in that room,
right?
And I don't know if we're necessarily gonna benefit off every deal. We probably won't.
Yeah.
But just being like the start to those relationships is gonna be huge. And Timmy and Tosin are great videographers as well as Ice. So I think we're also going to be the only gym where we're going to be able to capture these moments and capture these workouts like no other gym can capture it, right?
Yeah.
You look at most gyms like Lifetime and other big commercial gyms, and you go to their Instagrams and it's stock images.
Yeah.
It's like stock videos, whereas like, we're really going to come with the content. So if you're like an influencer, you're someone where content is important to you, you're going to be able to get that content coming to our gym as well. And not only that, but obviously, the connections and the people there.
Yeah. I think one thing for me is when I talked about bridging both of them together. So in digital, we always talk about your offer and the value that it has. Right. Before you guys even publicly at least had the idea of Rich and Fit, I remember when just seeing the content on Instagram, and then they were like, oh, he's $500 a month, but it comes with free content. That offer was crazy because think about it. You may think that $500 a month on a personal training level is like, I can't really do that. But when you hear the content comes with it, it's like an easy buy because the content was high quality. So now you're looking at the value that comes with it. So I already see that as a bridging in itself by just having that content aspect. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then Timmy, you can talk more about the content value. Like how do you handle fitness and content? What's the plan for Rich and Fit?
So the plan for Rich and Fit, of course, we're gonna have unlimited boot camps, and people are gonna have access to all these boot camps once they get the membership.
Yeah.
But one thing, let me get that, Ari. One thing that makes this gym special is that the people around us that create the content, we've been able to really become professionals and masters of creating content, as well as still getting people right as we create content. And that's something that every gym and every regular content creator has trouble with. Yeah. I have me personally have like ADHD. Yeah. So what that is like attention deficit disorder, ADD. Yeah. But what I've been able to do is add value in learning how to combine those skills and being able to focus at multiple things at once. Yeah. So not only am I able to look at the content and see what's happening like at the same time, but it also is like a driving force, and it's like an energy factor. When people see that camera, they know that their form has to be perfect.
Gotcha.
You know, they know that they're gonna have to work hard because this is rolling, and the camera is gonna make them look good.
Gotcha.
And they know that when I send them the content that same day, right after the workout, you know, if they look good, when they post it, they're gonna have more value. When you think about fitness content, there's 3 things in life that give you like a lot of value that you can't ever run content out of. That's food, fitness, and faith. So when we're knocking out one of those factors, which is fitness, and people have the ability to get that on a daily level, it's not something that, you know, it's like, oh, dang, this person's posting fitness content every day. It's like, no, this is a new journey.
Right.
You know? And one of the things that me and Tosin say every day to everyone that we work out and train is you got to take this thing day by day. And I think that's very important because even me getting into this space of allowing people to work out with me, I always denied it in the past.
Right.
But ever since I injured myself and, you know, became halted and paused, that opened up my heart and my eyes and my mind to allowing other people into the space in which I work out in. And so that also was something that taught me like, whoa, this is very valuable. And not only is it valuable, I've done this content and fitness thing so long that now it's easy. I remember women used to come work out, and I used to have some women that would pay me just to get workout content from me. And it turned out that I'd worked out and trained and shot content of so many people that they were now just coming to get workouts. Like it was like, forget the camera. Yeah. Like the energy of just me using, you know, the actual practices of, you know, getting people walking in the gym, getting them warming up on the treadmill. And, you know, us attacking cardio and abs and then getting into the heavy weightlifting. Not only was that a proper way to kind of functionally get people right physically, but it was also something that, you know, was a storyline. It was actually a good storyline when you talk about how we put the content together. So I'll let Tosin talk more on that.
Oh yeah, and Timmy hit a lot of great points. So what I'll really say is, when it comes to content, especially what Will was saying, we're gonna have a lot of creatives, a lot of entrepreneurs in the space. So that content is really king, and a lot of the content creators are gonna be using that to actually sell what they're doing. So I like to kind of break it down, kind of like with the journey of like an entrepreneur growing. So first, when you're kind of building your, you know, reputability within the space, you're giving free game, you know, giving gems. But then at a certain point, you know what I'm saying, you transition to lifestyle content. And I always tell creatives and entrepreneurs, fitness content is literally some of the best lifestyle content you create. Because one, you can't cheat it. You literally can't bullshit it. You know what I'm saying?
See that.
If they see the rolls on you, they see the rolls on you.
Right.
If they see the abs on you, they see the abs on you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't cheat that. And it's the one thing that people have to respect. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you have $50,000 or $500,000 in your bank account. You know what I'm saying? People will respect the work ethic. And you know what I'm saying? That's the great thing about Rich and Fit. You know what I'm saying? Even you being someone who's fit, you know what I'm saying, can really get in that room and you can gain the respect of someone who is rich because they see a whole different level of work ethic that they may, you know, almost in a sense envy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And have a, you know, a certain level of value they can gain from you too as well. So like lifestyle content is fitness content. And when people really, you know, begin to understand that, you know what I'm saying, they'll really be able to actually elevate their content to a whole new level. And that's the greatest thing about Rich and Fit and how we're going to be able to deliver 4K, matter of fact, 8K quality content
8K quality
every single day. You feel me?
And I want to add something to that too, just to touch on like the day by day, right? You know, being successful and then getting the body that you want, that's cool and everything. But I think the beauty is in the journey. Yeah. And the fact that just by being a member at Rich and Fit, the journey is being documented day by day. And you could be a member in 6 months from now. You can look at the content that you're getting now and the content that you were getting 6 months from then and see the difference. Yeah. I think that's huge, you know, not only for influencers and creators and all that, but just, you know, for the regular Joe too, just to see like their transformation.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy too when you think of something so simple, but how impactful, you know, like the content is, seeing like what you said, like the journey, like even just that alone, going back to the original question of the value that it offers. It's like, one, you get in the room. It's pretty much like being on the golf course, but in the gym, you know what I'm saying? You're making those connections, but then on top of it, just like it being documented. So where it's like, man, when I first started, you know, I was just trying to get fit. And then by the time maybe we don't want you to end your journey, but when you get to a certain milestone, now you're looking at the deals that's made, and then it comes together that I am rich and fit. You see what I'm saying?
And then, you know, like it's talking about the value. Most of the stuff that we're doing right now in Rich and Fit has been tested.
Right.
You know, so we also went through the same experience that we want to share with people. And I think we'll touch on that. So we've worked out with these guys, you know, and we know what that energy feels like. And we've done deals together.
Yeah.
You know, like I've found myself many times coming to work out with, you know, Will or, you know, Ryan, Tyshawn, and all the guys.
Yeah.
You know, Jay Hines and all those people, and then just brainstorming about some ideas, and then we executed them from deals. And beyond that, we also found ourselves being around other guys that may have not been at our level at the time, and just kind of picking our brain because we're working out together, and then going out there 2 weeks later, you hear that they made some moves and they made 10K off of, you know, an e-com play, or dude, I'm trying to get into real estate. I mean, I got some investors that I'm working out with, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So we've actually tested this whole thing. So when we say that you come at Rich and Fit and you will experience what we talk about is something that we've experienced already. Yeah. So we seeing the results, you know, working out. We, you know, recording our journey, which I'm going through it right now. I'm actually working out and I'm getting footage every day because my target is at the end of the year to see the change, right?
Right.
But I'm also getting deals done myself, right? So we essentially just going to take that experience and just
mass produce it too.
Just mass produce it because we think that nobody else is delivering such package or such offer, you know?
Got you.
That's essentially what it is.
So for a person who's interested at the moment, right, what type of classes are being presented? And then also what I want to touch on is when you said you were training the women, right? I don't want women to feel like it's just masculine energy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can you just talk about, include the women, and then also just talk about the types of classes I would offer? And the reason why I ask is because, like, my experience at home, my wife, like, she goes to LA Fitness normally, but then she, like, also has, like, her boot camp gym, you know what I'm saying, with the trampoline and the et cetera, et cetera. So just break that all down for me real quick.
Yeah, so it's actually great that you mentioned the women, because we were actually about to host one of our premier classes in Rich and Fit, which is known as Rich and Thick. So what do you call it? That's a glute, leg, core burn workout that we do for all the ladies. Yeah. The brothers are invited. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we don't discriminate, but we know the sisters want to get the glute pump. They want to get right. So we actually have Rich and Thick, and that's an extension of Rich and Fit. You know what I'm saying? So you want to get richer in the bank account, but you also want to get thicker in the hips and the wallet. So that's the premier class we offer for the ladies. But there's all the other classes we do as well. So Temi can tell you more about the Hex and Hit class that we do. That's one class that we created. We have another class called Go to Work. Yeah. It's going to be a full body burn type of class. We've got Rich Mitts, so that's me teaching you how to
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Get right with the hands, you know, get a nice burn. You know what I'm saying? We've got Godspeed on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the boy Ice. We got Godspeed in the building. Oh yeah, but there's a diversity of different classes that we're gonna have.
Right.
We're gonna allow people to get, you know what I'm saying, not only a great burn, but also different types of fitness experiences. So it's gonna really cater to everyone of any, you know, creed or whatever they like to do. Got you.
What are the membership plans like?
So we so at the time we're working on it. So we have some ideas right now.
Yeah.
So we kind of finalizing so essentially the plans are gonna be you get the unlimited entry to the boot camps. And then of course you have the option to pay for one-on-one trainings.
Okay.
And other ideas that we kind of keeping private right now is we kind of, you know, working on the back end of stuff. But yeah, so essentially there's gonna be a very affordable rate that would allow people to have unlimited boot camps. And then of course each trainer is different as far as one-on-ones, and then there are other things that we're gonna be offering.
Got you. And that's what I wanted to know too. Yes. Like it just being like affordable to seeing, like when people hear Rich and Fit, I didn't want them to be scared like, all these guys making this money, I can't get in the room, you know what I'm saying? Can I afford it? Yeah. But having those different options, is important.
So for what we're offering, it is absolutely going to be affordable.
Got you.
I mean,
you can't beat it.
Look, if you're watching right now, you'll be robbing us to be a Rich and Fit for literally. So I was telling you,
we're gonna be. Oh my god,
it's definitely gonna be affordable, and like I feel like people need to remember too that because you know I get DMs too about the gym, like, oh, it's Rich and Fit, like is it not meant for like middle class?
Right.
And the thing is, like, you know, rich starts in the mind.
Yeah.
So like when we say Rich and Fit, we're not talking about like rich like in your pockets or rich in your bank account. We're talking about being in a gym around people that are all uplifting each other and have a positive mindset. And, you know, a gym where you can talk to the person that you're working out next to you.
Yeah.
You can exchange game.
Okay.
You know, not a gym where, like, you're scared to talk to someone because you don't know, like, how he's going to react. Or if he's going to be like, yo, I'm working out, don't talk to me.
Right.
That's what we mean by rich when we say Rich and Fit.
I like that. That's hard. And, like, what Will just said, too, like, that is important. Like, right now, my experience going into LA Fitness is you get a good workout. but everybody's just headphone down. Nobody was talking. Girls are like, oh gosh, please leave me alone. You know what I mean? So multiple situations like that. Yeah. So
let me go ahead and add something to the boot camps. So one thing that's going to make the boot camps very special is the fact that they're going to be offered every day, twice a day. And of course, like
eventually it's going to be 3 times. Right?
Yeah, eventually it'll be 3 times. But we want to give people an opportunity to really not have any excuse to not get their workout in. So when you talk about us working out, literally the first boot camp is going to be at 5:30 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
And that's not only to get people up and active early in the day. So once they feel that energy at the start of the day, it'll carry you out through the rest of the day. But it's also, we're in Atlanta. We got to avoid traffic. So,
right.
People will not have any excuse to not come.
Right.
Second is also at 5:30 p.m. So if you're just getting off work, most people in Atlanta there's a lot of entrepreneurs. Most people literally stop work around 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Right.
They'll have perfect time to not only get into the gym, but they'll be able to end off their day perfectly. So like Tosin said, we have the Rich and Thick boot camp. But then one thing that's going to also hit is the fact that we also have Hex Hit, which is a whole new style workout.
What is Hex?
Hex is, Hex is like a stop sign.
Okay.
Even though we're not telling people to stop, we're the first. We have the first object that looks like a stop sign.
Yeah.
But we're going to encourage you to go. But at the same time, go to work. Literally. I can say that.
Go to work.
That was a bar.
But literally, when you think about it, it's also going to allow us to keep people in a specific space.
Yeah.
Because once you're inside of that hex, all the moves that you're going to be doing are going to be literally geared towards whatever is in that circumference of that actual hex.
Gotcha.
So I know Justice, he can speak on that more as well.
So the Hex Hit class is going to be something that deals with a lot of high intensity training.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of in and out with your feet. It's going to be a lot of hip movement, locomotion with actually having your feet moving between the hex bar and coming back out the hex bar. It's actually going to do with a lot of mobility.
Okay.
So that's really going to be the key thing is mobility. And then the second component of it is actually going to be the ab segment of it. So you're actually going to be able to pick up the hex bar, do ab workouts with it. You're actually going to be able to put your legs in between the actual hex bar, in between the hex bar, while you're on the ground, to mimic 6 inches and to also, again, hip mobility.
Right.
Because what I specialize in is speed. Speed has a lot to do with hip mobility, has a lot to do with ab and core workouts, and it also has a lot to do with fast twitch muscles, which is what you need in order to actually do the hex workout effectively.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Nice.
And I just want to add one more thing in. One thing that's going to differentiate this boot camp more than any other boot camp that I've seen is me, my brother Tim, and brother Ice are going to be doing every single boot camp with you. So look, we're not telling you to do anything that we can't do. Not only will we do every single movement with you, we're going to be yelling at you and give you that motivation to get through the work every single time. So we're not cheating. Go to work! We're not telling you to do anything that we can't do. So the difference between our boot camp and any other boot camp is the energy that we're going to give and the fact that we're literally accountable and we're not only demonstrating every single movement in front of you, we're doing it and we're going through the whole entire work. So the sweat that you see on us is not going to be, some social media, we pour some water on the face. It's going to be real sweat
Not
that
sweet
people
sweat.
see. Not sweet sweat,
Not
real
sweet
sweat.
Real sweat.
You feel me?
I mean, y'all definitely have like a contagious energy when it comes to fitness, working out, anything like that. So I know for a fact it's not going to be the experience that people are going to get just from, their first class walking in with you guys. It's going to be crazy.
And the one more thing I want to add, there's a lot of gyms you see, even a lot of trainers, this is no shade, but, they get in, and as soon as you get in, it's like, just go on the treadmill, scrolling on their phone. Mm-hmm. We're fully engaged the whole entire time because we genuinely care about, your results and you getting the best transformation of your life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of trainers are just in it for the bread. You know what I'm saying? They build up a good network and they just get some people in. But it's like, no, we understand that not only, do we have to get you good results so we can bring more people in and have better, results for ourselves, but at the end of the day, if we're not in here trying to make you the best version of yourself, then what's the point?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're passionate about this. We love this. I don't know if you see it, but we love doing this.
Yeah.
So we love this and we love you. So we want you to get right before you get left. I don't want you to get left, so you got to get right.
Save yourselves. Save yourselves. We actually, you guys heard the timer, so we're actually about to do a Rich and Thick boot camp now. So we actually have to exit the podcast interview.
They literally have to get out of here.
Have to go. All right, so man, we love you guys.
Shout out to the trainers. Shout out to the trainers.
We're going to let the
Shout out to
brothers
the
take
trainers.
over.
Hey, this is why we say go to work, and when we go to work, we go berserk.
Go berserk.
It's good to see you.
Hey, shout out Rich and Thick.
What's up, world? All right, so we're back for part 2. We got the business owner section of Rich and Fit, you know what I'm saying? So one thing that I wanted to touch on as well is you guys making this ecosystem of trainers, you know, in the Atlanta area, because we saw like the main trainers, right? But if someone else is a trainer and they're looking at this and they're like, dang, I need to be part of this Rich and Fit movement, is it possible for them to join y'all's ecosystem, or is it already kind of let us know?
No, absolutely. You know, we've actually already, you know, started talking to some trainers, you know, so we're going to be collaborating. And so essentially Rich and Fit is the space where they can come in,
right,
and where we can explore possibilities to help them grow. Because, you know, I mean, I'm sure you've seen what happened with other facilities or other gyms, how they, you know, they kind of hinder the growth of all these trainers.
Right.
So
main situation that happened with Timmy.
Yeah, Timmy. Yeah. But then again, even beyond that, you know, even gyms where the trainers are signed with the gym, right?
Right.
It's not trainer oriented. So Rich and Fit is really geared towards helping trainers achieve their fullest potential from a marketing perspective. And I'm sure Will is going to expand more on that because he's the marketing guy here in the team. But yeah, but we definitely opening up to all the trainers. Come on, let's figure out what we can do together for sure.
Got you.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, there's this stigma where a lot of trainers, you know, that work at these big gyms, it's hard for them to make a lot of money. Or like they're not just trainers, they work other jobs, you know, to be able to like do the things that they need to do. So, you know, at Rich and Fit, we kind of want to be the marketing machine behind these trainers. Yeah. And, you know, not only help them, you know, get clients and stuff, but help them grow like past just the gym, you know, grow their personal brand and build their own individual businesses. So we'll have different like services and stuff that we offer. And again, you know, we're still talking about things, so I'm not going to mention too much, but we want to help trainers be the best that they can be. Got you. I feel like a lot of gyms don't really focus on the trainers. Yeah. Because they're more so concerned about like getting memberships and making money that way, and not helping like the actual trainer's individual business grow as well.
Got you. And that's really important that you say that as well, because from what Benny said on the last podcast was a lot of gyms make their business model off of the trainers, where you're looking at your business model being the trainers to be the traffic for the gym. It's like you already got hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram doing fitness. Why don't you bring your ecosystem and partner with the Rich and Fit ecosystem?
But then again, it's not so much about us relying so much on the trainers, just to kind of make that clear, but it's about us also offering value to those trainers. Got you. So we're going to be incentivized for a trainer to be successful, because we also understand that we need them to grow, right? So So it's a win-win situation for everybody, you know. So we have our in-house trainers, but we also want to work with other trainers, so that way we can all, you know. So essentially, what Reach and Fit really is it's a fitness marketing company, or you know, fitness management company. That operate for training facilities. In this case, we have one location right now, and we're gonna open multiple locations so we can operate all these facilities. But we also have the management of all those talents that I call talent, really, because all these trainers and influencers, to us, they're talent, and we see the potential for them to, you know, franchise Rich and Fit or whatever that is, right? So so we really have this big vision, and, you know, we're just executing it right now.
Got you. You know, we've been there and done that before, because essentially a trainer is just a coach. You know, you're a coach with an offer. And, you know, I've done $10 million in sales with my offer, and if I can do 10 million, there's no reason a trainer can't do 10 million with his offer. That makes essentially sense. We're in the same industry. A lot of people think, you know, selling, you know, programs like, for example, I have a business called Econ University, and, you know, we teach people how to start profitable online businesses, but that's no different than a trainer having an offer teaching someone how to get in the best shape of their life. It's two irresistible offers, and with the right marketing, you can make millions of dollars. So we're here to kind of bridge the gap and allow people to make that type of money as a trainer, when most people think trainers can't even touch that type of income. Got you.
And so then, no more, you know, broke Rich, what you call it, like gym rat? You know?
No, that's over with.
That's over with. Like no more, like, you know, all the trainers, celebrity trainers and all that stuff. Honestly, I'm sick and tired of seeing all these trainers and crazy celebrity trainers being broke. It doesn't make sense to me. Facts. So yeah, I really believe we got a solution for that. So hopefully we can work together.
And with you saying that too, I mean, it makes perfect sense because if everybody watching notices, we got another guest on the show, right?
Shout out to my boy
Tez. So we're bringing him here on the show just to kind of like give your spill on earlier what we talked about, which everyone heard who was listening, just on the ecosystem of, no, we're not competing with LA Fitness, we're not competing with Lifetime, but this is a place where it's about getting in the room and bridging, you know, the relationships, the wealth building with the fitness. So you being somebody that has worked out at multiple gyms, but also being part of this Rich and Fit ecosystem, what has the relationship building aspect been like for you personally as an experience?
Personally, I feel like it's been the best experience that I could ever ask for. I think there's no other gym or anything in fitness that'll allow you to have something unique like this, because it's not like a brotherhood where it's only guys, but it's like a family, because there's females that are coming in, there's males that are going to be there, but more importantly, everybody wants to see each other win. And again, like they said, there's multiple other, you know, we're not going to name anything specifically, but there's other gyms out there in fitness, you know, places out there that will limit how much somebody else is willing to help somebody else or, you know, achieve those certain goals. And I think the one thing that most people are forgetting too is like, this is one of the most unique business models you'll probably ever see in this decade, because there's nobody right now in this space that's doing fitness and marketing. Yeah. And then let alone having high quality content at that. And then you get it on the go. Yeah. Like that's like, we all know that content, AI, technology, personal branding, that's going to be the king for the next decade. Right. So for them to take the leap forward while also, you know, offering not only just premium pricing for people, because you are coming around a lot of high quality people, but more importantly, the type of workouts that you're going to be getting, the energy that you're going to be getting. And then again, like you said, just the people, like the type of people, Timmy, you know, Ice and TK, like the type of people they are, you're just not going to get energy like that nowhere else. I can guarantee it. I've been to 4 different gyms and I'm still sticking with Rich and Fit, and it's going to forever be like that. So.
Yeah. Facts. So I kind of want to spin the topic a little bit like more towards just like business side or whatever. What's been the process like of actually opening a gym? Like, has it been compared to just like other business? Has it been a difficult one for people who are kind of looking at it too? You know what I'm saying? Like on a real estate side, you know, you guys secured a lease, you have a building. What's that process been like?
I think for us, it's been pretty smooth because we have previous business experience. So, I mean, clearly the gym is a, you know, specific industry, is a different type of industry. But I think on the, you know, being able to secure capital, you know, we use private capital in this situation. But you know, what do you need for a business, right? You need the money, you need the idea, and you need the money. Right. So we had those, you know, pretty secure, like the moment we talked about it. So it was done. And we had been consulted early on. We kind of reached out to people in the space. Right. Just to get wise, you know, counseling to make sure that we're doing the right thing. And the executing part, it was pretty easy because we've been executing in other businesses already. Right. So, I mean, it's been pretty simple, you know.
What about like, permitting and stuff like that? I know some people usually deal with that in a lease situation.
I have a real estate background, so, you know, I was kind of managing the construction part of things. Right. So, you know, hire a contractor, you know, getting some permitting and dealing with the city and just getting everything together. Just due to my real estate background, those things were kind of expected to be, you know, taken care of pretty fast. Gotcha. And then, of course, you know, we also have, you know, Will with his marketing background. And he was kind of like, he was in charge to essentially put together the sales strategy and the marketing strategy. And for me, it was more so finding the right location first. Yeah. Right. And so for me, my idea was like, from my real estate background, I needed a location that's developing and young and also residential. So it was kind of tough to find something that can blend all those. But thankfully, again, I was able to, you know, locate somewhere that we can kind of meet all the criteria, and then just managing the construction and making sure that we can open on time.
Got you. Okay. Well, I know a lot of times with like leasing spaces, me with event spaces, things that I've gone through, the build out process, right? So, you know, a lot of times people are going into these leases, they're not even knowing that you can like negotiate like 3 months up front, you know what I'm saying? Or at least they put it on the back end. Did you guys run into like doing anything like that, or did you just go straight in, boom?
No, we already knew that. Yeah. Again, like I knew that we can get free rents and, you know, credit for the build. I mean, those things are, again, I'm a real estate guy, so I already knew that stuff, right? So we haven't even paid rent there yet. You know nice. So that's kind of like, of course.
So that's one of the good things too, because it's like you guys both doing this process and it being so simple. It's like a lot of people, even myself, when I was opening businesses, struggled with that, right? But just being in the room with minds like you guys, That's the type of information that you guys get, where it's literally like a lot of things that people feel like they're struggling with. You just need to get around the right people. And, that's kind of like that Rich and Fit experience about being in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the first, really quick, like the first stage of Rich and Fit is really the brand, build out the brand itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't need to buy, the space.
Yeah.
So we figured we can do a 3-year lease, right? Just to build the brand first.
Yeah.
While, negotiating a lease at an excellent price for us. It makes sense for us. And we have a lot of free months. And after we kind of go through the stage of building the brand, make it a marketable and a sellable business, then we can explore the idea of purchasing a location or maybe exiting the business. It all depends, right?
Yeah.
But right now we could very much afford to buy the building, but we didn't want to get locked in because we want to build the brand first.
Got you.
So that was kind of what it was. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, like you said, we used the people that we know and the people that we're connected with to kind of help us with what we're doing. And I think, just from a business perspective, I want to say that it's kind of silly to sit there and think and not move forward because of a problem that you have in your head.
Yeah.
Because more than likely, 99.9% of the time, someone has had that same problem and got past it.
Facts.
So it's more so of like reaching out to people that have already solved that, and then you just move forward.
Makes sense.
Just procrastinating.
Makes sense. One thing that I want to touch on that you said, I get this question a lot with my event space, right? Both of you guys together could definitely buy a building, right? And people are always like, because I've had landlord issues, et cetera, et cetera. They want to know the real reason why not buy versus just lease it. You kind of touched on it, but I want people to really hear the reason why you don't always have to buy something.
I'm sorry. Because, for us, we want to prove the concept first. We want to prove the concept first, and then we can lock in a building. And then also it's just the timing, right?
Yeah.
To be honest, if I got to give you the real estate honest answer, it's just because when we were, essentially when we were going through the ideation stage of Reach and Fit, we also knew that there was a looming recession coming up. So,
yeah.
We didn't want to buy a building on top of the market.
Got you.
Right? So it's kind of like, it makes sense. We may have opportunities 2023, 2024, but it just didn't make sense to buy anything top of the market unless there was some off-market opportunity that could have come across. But right now, look, the numbers just made sense to lease, develop a brand, and then eventually, if there is a right opportunity. But remember, it's all about location as well, right? So we always want to be sure that we are always in a developing area,
right,
with a young crowd and a residential area nearby. So as long as we can have all those criteria aligned, we will absolutely, pull the trigger to buy a building. But right now, we just buying other, forms of buildings, and for Rich and Fit, we decided to lease.
I feel like as fast as we were moving and trying to scale, it just made more sense, and we saved more time just leasing immediately.
Right. Yeah. Right. So what I'm hearing is all about the strategy, really.
It just made sense to pull the trigger on the list, not to buy. Yeah. Prices are gonna go down. There's gonna be more opportunities to buy. Yeah. And we wanted to execute fast. Look, we almost opening 2 months later from
Facts.
Securing the building. So we moved. When I talked to other guys, it took them 6 months to, but the beautiful thing for us, it was like we never had financing issues. Yeah. So that's something like really to the partners' credit between me and Will. Like we made sure that we're committed, we committed to capital, and we made sure that we'll see it through. So that's why it allowed us to move pretty fast. So in 2 months later, the last thing we're waiting for is what? The turf? Yeah. Turf and some last paperwork from the city, and we're ready to go.
Got you. So strategy. So I wanted you guys to touch on this from your real estate expertise as well, because not hating on anybody that's watching, but a lot of people, and they're just like, buy. Like, why would you pay rent to somebody? Could you also break down that buying commercial is not the same as buying residential?
Yes, because you generally need anywhere between 15 to 25% down, at least from my lenders.
And commercial buildings are usually at least $1 million, right?
Yeah. So if we're gonna do Reach and Fit between purchase and capital expenditures to fix the area. Look, we don't need to spend that much, right? Like right now, we're looking at a roughly $200,000 budget, right, to get that place ready. You know what I'm saying? Like it's way less than what we're gonna spend if we were to purchase. Plus, of course, I get the sense of ownership, but then you gotta maintain the building. You're gonna have to pay the taxes. You're gonna do all the stuff that we don't have to do right now. All we have to worry about is negotiate the right price, literally 6 months for free, and then build out a nice facility that we're gonna, give back to the landlord eventually, which is fine. But at the same time, we're gonna walk out of there with a brand that can go anywhere.
Yeah, I love that. And that's what I wanted the people to hear,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Just all the different aspects of really understanding like buy-in versus leasing. It's all about, did the numbers make sense, the strategy, all of that. But the biggest thing too is like, because even with the event space that I have, it's like, I may not be at this location past 3 years, you know what I'm saying? I may need a bigger space. And like you said, this right now is proof of concept. So it doesn't make sense.
And also, I'm not sorry to cut you
No,
off,
you're
but
good.
also the opportunity of our money too, right? So we're in multiple businesses,
Right.
right? So let's say we had to put $500,000 to buy a building,
Right.
but whereas here we may have to spend half of it
Yeah.
to get it all ready on the lease,
Yeah.
so we can use the other half, the other $250,000 to do other businesses that will give us a return that will, essentially beat whatever we're gonna make with the gym. So it's also opportunity cost for us.
Yeah.
So I'm really saying that to anybody out there that's battling between renting and buying, whatever
Yeah.
that is. Always think about the opportunity cost of your money. You know, you may have to put 20% down on something versus keep renting and use that 20% down, invest it somewhere.
Yeah.
It'll make you more than the rent. So you're in
Exactly.
good shape anyway.
Right.
So renting is not bad at all. Like
Yeah.
I just had to say it out there, just, real estate. So that's all.
Yeah. Perfect. So, I mean, like, what are the things people watching they should just like look forward to the most, you guys think? Because I know that we're getting closer to, when are you guys opening up?
We're shooting for early next month.
Yeah,
Early
February.
What's kind of part of y'all's launch strategy?
So we are doing a 10K challenge.
Okay.
So from the day that the gym opens to 30 days from then,
Yeah.
the first like 100 members,
Yeah.
they'll get put into this challenge where whoever has the biggest 30-day transformation wins 10K.
Okay.
Second place will be 5K, and we're still determining the award for third place. But the cool thing, and I mentioned this earlier, is we're recording this and documenting it day by day.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to document your own transformation. We're gonna have it. We're gonna have the videos in house at Rich and Fit.
Crazy.
So whoever has the biggest transformation, they'll be able to win that. And the only catch is I'm gonna be competing as well.
Oh, wow.
So, I'm gonna be going crazy.
Yeah.
So and
I'm in there
Benny's
too.
gonna be going crazy.
I'm in there too.
Yeah.
So we working.
Jeez,
You know,
you in there. Okay.
everybody's in there. So hey, I mean, look, Will said that 10K thing like it was nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Like, look, let's run it back, bro. Like look, seriously, like
Yeah.
30-day transformation challenge, $10,000 for the winner. $10,000. So again,
$10,000.
so to your point, right? We're talking about reach and fit. So we want to see somebody transform over 30 days. Clearly, you need time, right? Your body
Yeah.
really takes time to completely change. But
Right.
of course, if you can achieve something in 30 days, so we'll be glad that you're getting fit, but
Yeah.
we'll also help you get rich, and we'll
Yeah.
give you that $10,000 boost. And then if you come second in place, we'll give you $5,000. And of course, we're still working on the third place. But that's the whole point of reach and fit.
Yeah.
We can get you getting fit in there, 30-day challenge, and we're not really giving you the real money that you need to start a business,
Yeah.
right? So we're
And
giving you
that's,
$10,000 to get started.
That's not the only challenge that we're gonna do, and we're also looking to host like events and
Yeah.
like conference style events at Rich and Fit.
Yeah.
Where we'll have like some of our boys,
Yeah.
maybe, like Tez, come and talk about what he's doing in the e-commerce space.
Yeah.
Or like Jay Hines and what he's doing with his network.
Yeah.
And helping people get into the masterminds and stuff. Like we have so many people that we know that we can bring in to provide value
Yeah.
to everyone. To support that rich part of Rich and Fit.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing these like after boot camps too. So.
Nice.
So yeah.
And
So when you come work out at Reach and Fit,
Yeah.
expect to, just be in a networking event right after.
Right. And what's crazy, the part that keeps being brought up, the common denominator of Rich and Fit, is how important it really is like that you actually get content with your gym, documentation with your gym. So just to break that down for people, like if person A comes to the gym, they're actually going to have like their own content that will probably be shared to them somehow.
Yeah.
Got you.
Same day.
That they can post on their Instagram,
Same day,
YouTube, everything.
And nobody's doing that. Yeah.
Crazy offer. You see what I'm saying? Y'all probably gonna have multiple camera people in there.
Yeah, we'll have
working on
multiple cameras.
And then we
Yeah.
have the screens there. I mean, especially
Yeah.
during the boot camps, we're gonna go live on Instagram. So essentially, we're gonna have the screens there that show the training, the boot camp live,
Yeah,
and we're gonna get that content, give it to the people, plus individual content. So I mean,
man,
it's gonna be beautiful to see, man.
that's crazy. It's
gonna be beautiful.
But yeah, I mean, I think we pretty much covered everything. It's like it's mind blowing, like the thing that you guys are doing. Where exactly is this in the city? Like, where can people?
Is in Chambly,
Chambly.
right outside of Brookhaven. So
Right outside of
well
great
out there.
area too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of parking for everybody.
Yes.
Let them
Parking
know
lot
where
there.
they can find you guys, where they can jump into the 10K challenge. Like, just let us know everything.
Yeah, for sure. So if you want to get all the updates for the 10K challenge and keep up with Rich and Fit, you can follow us on Instagram at Rich and Fit Club. So again, it's at Rich and Fit Club on IG. That's where we mainly post everything. So as long as you're following that page, turn the notifications on too. you'll know whenever we do, challenges and boot camps and all that.
That's crazy. And just to like add some extra on there too, really think about that, y'all. 10K challenge. That's life-changing money to get fit. It's helping you.
Like imagine going to a gym, paying less than $100 for a membership, and then 30 days later you're up 10,000. So like it's just crazy.
That's crazy. Hey, y'all. So make sure y'all follow the website. There's a wait list right now. For anybody.
There's a wait list. That's the link in the bio right now. So make sure to sign up. That's how you're actually gonna get your first free boot camp. So anyone that registers on that link, you'll get your first free boot camp, and we'll see you on opening day.
That's what's up, y'all. So make sure y'all tap in with them. We'll have all the links in the description. And hey, stay rich and fit.
Let's go. Let's do it.